Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the T6M's 357 Magnum mod, which is being made by user the 6 Messenger. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a new large frame revolver for you to enjoy in the form here of the Red Raptor's Arms R27, which is a pretty fun revolver that I've been very much enjoying my playtime with, as it can become a pretty decent little hand cannon for the early game, and that's just entertaining. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the R27 Magnum, which in its most basic and standard form will do 24 damage with a 38 round, with a firing rate of 20, range of 80, accuracy of 58 for a weight of 4.3. Not too shabby there at all, and as you can see, it is a pretty good looking revolver here. Not a whole lot of crazy detail to it, but still certainly does look the part for a 357 Magnum revolver, and overall is just pretty decently made, so nice to see that there. And as you can see on the side, oh my, there are a lot of modifications for this, especially, my word, in the barrel category. I don't think I've ever seen a mod for weapons with that many different barrels. It's a little insane, and I love it. So it's got quite a lot of options in here, so you can really get this gun to fit your more specific play style, including some stranger and weirder things, which I think very much makes this a Fallout kind of gun, which is just all the much better. Now, as for how you get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, as I said, it's an early game hand cannon, and you will actually start seeing it at level 1 on gunners, triggermen, in traps, and even sold at Commonwealth weaponry. Now, later on in the game at level 14, you'll also start seeing this on Rust Devils as well as trappers, so that moves a little bit more up in the world. And finally, there are also 5 unique variants of this gun for you to find around the Commonwealth. Some at vendors, some at locations, but all pretty darn cool. And that is great. So you can really start getting this gun from, well, I mean, literally the beginning of the game, and start enjoying your time with a powerful revolver. So let's go take a look at what modifications we do have for this thing. Starting with the receiver category, where we've got the pretty typical things in here, from standard, light, calibrated, all the way on up to advanced and overpowered, and some requiring some interesting requirements for perks like awareness here on the powerful optimized receiver, which is pretty interesting. In fact, a lot of the different modifications here have secondary requirements that I don't normally see on gun mods, but I kind of like the idea because, you know, just makes it a little bit more interesting. And then in the barrel category, like I said, we've got a ton. With the concealed, several different lengths of standard barrel. Then we have several lengths of classic barrel, several different lengths of ported barrel, several different lengths of light barrel, bull barrel, heavy barrels, and even suppressed and hunting barrels in here. And it's just gets a little ridiculous with this one, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, a lot of barrel options in here. Now, I think there is a bit of a glitch right now in this mod, because some of these do actually appear to take away the sights. Like you can see this one on the suppressed barrel here, we do have an iron sight back there on the gun, but if we go down to the hunting barrel, it goes away. And indeed, it takes away the entire sights category, which is a little bit strange. I think that's a bug for the time being, but most of the barrels are fine. It's mainly the hunting barrels and the bull barrels here that have been giving me that issue in particular. But so something to keep in mind there. And after barrels, we got the grip category. Pretty typical stuff in here of either short, standard, improved, heavy, or sharpshooter. Then in the cylinder category, we've got a fluted and non-fluted version, as well as improved versions of both to mess up some of your stats over here, which is pretty nice to see. I say mess up, I mean change, of course. Then we have the firing action, where the standard is a double action, but we can actually upgrade this thing to single action. We've also got hammerless here, and then of course improved versions of all of them, which is pretty cool there. I especially do like the hammerless because, well, it really helps up that fire rate there, which is pretty darn cool. And then we have the kinds of ammunition. The standard is ball rounds, but we also do have incendiary tracers, overpressured rounds, and even radium rounds, which, oh boy, bonus damage with that radiation, but it really does severely drop the physical damage. And then we have the sights category, where we've got a couple of different kinds of iron sights, from standard, normal iron improved, glow and glow improved, several different laser sights, a number of different Bushnell sights here with different dots and chevrons, a selection of red dots, a combat scope, several modifications of standard scopes, night vision, and of course recon scopes in there. And finally, we have the aesthetic skin option, where we can either stick with the classic black, go with gunmetal gray, stealth black, chrome wood, chrome two-tone, or the somewhat gaudy, but honestly not too bad, black gold. Usually gold texture options I don't like, but that, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Now, of course, the unique versions will have some other skin options in here, some of them a little bit wacky, but fun nonetheless. But that is it for the different modifications. Let me grab my two modified versions over here, and let's get to shooting these things and seeing how well they work. All right, there we go. Start, of course, with the standard version here, and fire. And there we go, 8 shots out of the cylinder there. A pretty decently firing gun, not the fastest ever. Does have quite a bit of kick, but because of the slower firing rate, you do kind of recover from the kick fairly reasonably. Like, I'm not moving the mouse at all, and we're pretty much coming back down to the target almost every time. So not that bad, not hard to keep on your enemy, and a decently accurate weapon too, even with the just standard iron sights. It's a pretty good little gun. And of course, a nice smooth reload animation. Now, let's go look at our overpowered one here with the M19 tracker version. I went with the incendiary rounds because why not? That just sounds fun. And the kind of old-timey looking barrel is just also entertaining. And so let's grab that one first. It's also a higher firing rate with the hammerless. So we can fire flaming death upon our enemies ever so slightly quicker. Not by much, actually. Which actually, even though I did go hammerless, I think I may have, because of my other modifications, I didn't get the best fire rate out of this thing, only increasing it by 1, frankly. That's not the greatest. I think with the modifications, when I was playing around, the highest I got it to was 25. And this is, of course, without any additional perks, messing with your fire rate, damage, etc. But with the good physical and good fire damage on this one, a fun one. Now, this overpowered one, on the other hand, I went for more of a sniping kind of gun. The highest amount of damage per shot I could get here was 90, again, without any additional perks. And, yeah, does pack a pretty decent wallop for a gun that you can find at level 1. So let's fire this. And there we go. Now, of course, with the modifications I did go for this one, it is incredibly slow, a fire rate of only 5, but very easy to control, decent power, making for, honestly, a pretty impressive little sniping handgun, which is kind of neat. So let's take a look at it, of course, in action. And oh god, just like last episode, I forgot to copy. I'm just now realizing I forgot to copy the code for the Deathclaw. Hold on a moment, I'll be right back. I gotta go into my notepad on my other monitor. Two of these videos in a row I've done that on now. Good times. Back in a sec. And we're back! Thankfully, it literally only took a second because I literally have that notepad open because it's where I keep all the information about the mod on. So there we go. Let us place a Deathclaw in the world and run the hell away. There we go. And 90 damage. Miss. Oh, miss. Ooh. Alright, there we go. So yeah, decent per shot damage on there when I actually do hit the Deathclaw. Oh boy. Oh god, I missed again. Ugh, I am doing awful at shooting today. Now let's get the incendiary one out. Hello! Yes, take that secondary damage over time with the fire. Thank you. So not as good per shot damage there, of course, but I mean, gotta love that fire. And honestly, the per shot damage ain't too bad. Oh god, here he comes. There we go. We might be able to get him with these last 2 bullets. Got it. Nice. And there we go. A burning, smoking, on fire Deathclaw. Excellent. Taken down by a large frame revolver that is just a whole lot of fun. It definitely does kick like a mule, but has great number of different modifications to help this thing fit more into your particular playstyle, and even has some weirder stuff like the irradiated rounds, and wow, he's still burning, huh? Nice. Overall, it's just a fun and entertaining revolver with plenty of options that I have very much been enjoying my time with, and it's even pretty nice that it is a very early game gun that can stick with you for a good long while into the, I'd say even late mid-game, still mid, but later mid-game, and is just entertaining. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. With that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you come back for whatever mod we look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, we'll have a good one.